Dip my shrimp. Much for joining for tasting time. Hi, I'm Katie O'Reilly and welcome to KDO's Food Carnival. This is my Katie's birthday bites. Woo! This is so exciting because da-na-na-na-na-na, you say it's your birthday. I love my birthday and I am thrilled to be sharing it with you. And what I'm going to design for you today taps right into my culinary artistry because I am showing you what I love and treasure about my art. I love to take an animal protein, make one of the most delicious, tasty, over-the-top, craveable dishes, and then create it once again in its vegetarian form using a great vegetable, both of them beautiful, both of them craveable, right next to each other, practically identical. I've got several items coming at you with this. Then in my sweet section, I get to share my absolute favorite sweets. And why? Because it's my birthday. It's my birthday. It's my birthday. We are going to have fun this episode. And I am so happy to jump in the kitchen with you. Let's go have some fun. Hi, it's the best part of the party. It's the food. Welcome back to KDO's Food Carnival Food Portion. This is really where we're going to have some fun because these are the things that I love. And I've got some cool stuff that people have sent to me and some things I want to share with you. So let's dive in. Okay, being a culinary artist, one of the things that I absolutely have a unique and wonderful talent with is working with vegetables and creating vegan and vegetarian options for people. So what I like to do is take product and then take an alternative similar vegetarian product and create something that looks and tastes almost the exact same. It's incredibly thrilling for people to receive a dish that tastes and looks just as delicious as its animal protein counterpart. I'll just be honest with you. It's wonderful if you're sitting at an event and your plate looks just like the next guy's and it tastes sometimes even better. Okay, so all over the place here, you're gonna see a little smorgasbord. What I've got going on, I am featuring one of my favorite dishes is a chicken or turkey larb. Larb is a ground meat. It's a Vietnamese recipe. It's ground with scallion and ginger and garlic, which is kind of like the holy trinity for the Asian flavor profiles. Once you saute that down and you add in your ground beef, then you add cilantro and a little basil, little lime. Your flavor profiles are soy, little fish sauce, and it's going to be a little bit of sesame oil, okay, mixed in there. So that's what we've got going on here. And what I do with it is I then do a really interesting technique. So I'm just gonna kind of show you what it looks like here. This is actually the larb, so it's a ground meat, but it is so full of flavor and punch, you're gonna be like, wow, your palate's gonna sing. What is a really cool secret to this is there's a toasted brown rice flour. Now, if you take brown rice, it sounds more technical than it is, but you take your brown rice, throw it in a hot pan, toast it a little bit. Literally no oil, just toast it till it browns. It's like gonna smell a little toasty. Take it out, put it in a spice grinder. So if you have, I always suggest, easiest way, get an extra coffee grinder, use it just for spices, because you don't want it to taste like coffee, but it grinds it so beautifully. And as you're cooking the larb, this will actually add thickness and texture to it. That's, I mean, if it's missing, it's really missing, and when it's there, it fulfills the dish. It adds like a texture and a beauty to the meat. It's incredible. And the nice thing is that either way, this is a very low-fat dish because it's a lettuce wrap usually. Lettuce or Napa cabbage. I'm showing some different varieties here. You could even do the endive petal. Honestly, the Napa Chinese cabbage works the best because it comes in different size leaves and it holds up. But you can use romaine, you can use iceberg, whatever you really like. So it becomes a lettuce wrap. Then you get to garnish it. So cool, so fun. Kids love it, party goers love it. It's interactive food. I like radishes, fresh lime squeeze, some scallion, cilantro. This is the stem to the Napa cabbage that I pickled a little bit in rice wine vinegar. So beautiful, because I don't like to throw out anything if you can use it. And then mint. Fabulous. It becomes the tastiest bite. A little Chinese hot sauce, chili, Korean chili sauce, and some nuts if you like. No peanut allergies, go there. All right, so where do I go for my vegetarian counterpart? This is so cool. All right, what's so current on the market right now, and I'm gonna actually show the brand. This is Man's, and Man is a woman-owned farm in California. Man is owned by woman. I love it. And the cauliflower is a cauliflower rice. So it's all ground up already, and it's so easy to use. You can, of course, chop your own cauliflower, but if you're trying to cut corners a little bit, a nice fresh product is perfect. And the reason I like this one is because their dates ensure freshness. So they put a realistic date on it so that your product, when you open it, smells like it was just chopped. Beautiful. What I've done with that is made a cauliflower larb. Same thing, minus the turkey or chicken, obviously, the animal protein. And then also, if you're just trying to cut out meat, you can still use your fish sauce to flavor it. But if you're trying to work it for vegetarians, then what you want to do is use some alternative ingredients to highlight the same flavor profiles as the fish sauce. A vinegar sometimes can do that. Fermented vinegars especially. Look online, there's lots of options, depends on your flavor profiles. But you don't want to add fish sauce if you're treating vegetarians. So that's one huge difference. But the taste is, I mean, both of them are so delicious. Sometimes I add a touch of agave or honey if I want to kind of just round out some of those salty, savory flavors with just a hint of sweet. So if you're dealing with vegetarians, make sure that it's agave, because most vegetarians do not eat honey. If you're just kind of going with the meat lovers, you can add your honey because it's easy to work with and most people have it in their kitchen. So the nice thing is this is fabulous. Happy birthday to me, a nice light option. I am going to first sample for you. I've already kind of dressed these up, so I've garnished, but I love that chili. I like a little spice. Little peanuts, because I don't have a peanut allergy. And then look at this, little lime, but I've got to show you. Katie's Food Carnival, pick my favorite, pick on us. I love them. They are so cute. They always custom design my little picks for me, and I'll talk more about them later. but this is delicious. Look at how well it holds together. Like, how cute is that at a party? This is like, it's a great dinner if you're trying to go either like lighter on certain days, you're trying to kind of cut carbs, cut calories, just cut out those extras. You will not be missing a thing with this one. It absolutely bursts with flavor. Lucky me. I get to try both because I love it. I'm so thrilled and excited for this one too. Little peanuts on this. This is my cauliflower version. And like I said, I love the products from Man's, and they are available on your at any supermarket really. But I like that brand. And I love the fact that they're women owned. Because, well, women owning a farm is really awesome stuff. Go women. One of the things everybody knows about me is that I eat all food, and I don't know which one I prefer. They are both so delicious. I wish you could join me for this bite, but this is definitely something to try at home. And always remember, email me, Katie at Katio's Food Carnival, or you can go on my website, which is Katio's Food Carnival. Read my blogs, hear all about it, check out some of the recipes. But email me if you want the specific recipes, because I will definitely email you back. I love the correspondence we have. And let me tell you something about these picks. When I went to Ireland, they designed all these fun picks for me. We were at a golf course. Shamrocks, little tulips, and 2 Katio Food Carnival, and soccer balls. And I would go around with my kids, and anytime we'd want to take a picture, we'd all just plant our picks in our food and hold it up, and we'd know exactly where we were, because Katio's Food Carnival traveled to Ireland. Wait until March when you see those episodes right before St. Patrick's Day. That's fun too. Okay, I am going to showcase something else real soon, so we'll be right back with the next Food Bites. So happy birthday! Hi, happy birthday, Katie! This is another segment of food that I love. I am so proud of. This is rendang, okay? And it's a little bit more complicated than many of you probably would venture to make. However, it's not out of the question, trust me. And the flavor is so worth it. There are 2 steps to the process. One is the braising of the product, and then making the sauce separately. And then of course plating, which I think is always the fun part, making it beautiful. So what I've got here is short rib rendang and eggplant rendang. And one of the things I want to share with you is look how similar they look. This is meat, this is vegetarian. It's incredible. This is what I'm talking about on how unique my culinary designs really are, is that I really like to go with the visuals. I want to show somebody that if you get this plate or this plate, it doesn't matter. You feel like an invited guest to that party, and that's important. And your eating experience should be just as good no matter what your decisions on your diet are, or your diet habits or your choices are. You should feel completely taken care of at every turn, whether it's a restaurant or a wedding, or you're just invited over to a friend's house. So this is a wonderful dish that represents that. Now, with the short rib, whenever you're treating meat, you actually treat these both the same way. But the short rib, because it's meat, it's going to braise for longer. So when you're going in, I can give you some tips on the recipe, but you're going to have to email me or check out my website for the recipe, because I'm going to have to list them on there. These recipes are a little bit more intricate. And the short rib rendang is braised for probably about 3 hours once it's cut into portions. Now, whenever you're dealing with short rib, you can either get it on the bone or you can get it boneless. It's easier if you're not wanting to do much more work to get it boneless, because then a lot of the majority of the work is done. Those strong tendons are taken out already, and you have just the beautiful meat. It's still a large size cut of meat though, so don't be intimidated. You braise it in your Dutch oven or your covered pan. I like a Dutch oven. Braise it on your stove top, little oil, and sear it, so caramelize it. So what you do is you just caramelize it, sear the outside, then add your braising ingredients. So you're gonna add a star anise, cinnamon, coconut milk. There's some water in there when you're braising, and some other flavors that are represented, a little lemongrass. I always like to do ginger, garlic, and shallot into any Asian recipe, or green onion, scallion, whatever you want to do, some sort of onion representation. It's beautiful because it helps to build the foundation for those flavor profiles. And it's a gorgeous, gorgeous dish. Once it's taken out and it's braised for so long, you have a beautiful braising liquid, but you're gonna make your paste separately, which is chili paste. It's some ground red chilies. It's galanga, believe it or not. There's more lemongrass. There's some fun other ingredients, but of course, we always go back to garlic, shallots, and scallion in there. And you roast that paste in a pan separately, and then just pour it right over your dish. Almost the same is true with the eggplant, but the braising process is much easier. What you're gonna wanna do is just sear your eggplant in the portions, braise it for so much shorter. This is about 3 hours. This is about 20 minutes in a hot oven, because you don't wanna overcook the eggplant. And my opinion with eggplant, reserve the natural properties of the eggplant by not making it mushy. Because you can cook it and transform it and make it really palatable and almost like meaty, but if you go too far, it's gonna become mush. So you don't wanna do that. Caution, caution. So many times people would serve a dish like this with like a jasmine rice or any kind of basmati rice. Personally, my favorite, after eating it so many times and loving it, is with crispy potatoes. And I literally just put them in a pan, crisp them up, set them aside. If your guests are coming over, heat those in the oven, heat both your rendangs in the oven, heat the sauce separately, sauce them up right before they come over, and then the fun begins, the garnish. What do I like to garnish this with? Cilantro, fresh cilantro leaf. A little piece of red pepper, and I mean like a sweet red pepper, nothing too spicy. And then, if you have it in you, deep fried shallots. Toss them in a little flour, throw them in your pan or your deep fryer if you have one, if you're so bold. And they come out crispy, texture, gorgeous. Everybody loves it. There's a little spice to this because of the red chili, and it is so amazing. This is literally one of my favorites. Now I'm gonna actually start with the eggplant because I don't know which one I prefer. And they're that good. So it's breakable, as you can see. You know, you may need a little bit of a knife, but that's beautiful. Grab a little of your potato, a little of your shallot. Oh my God. It's like creamy and spicy, but then sweet, but not sugary sweet. It's got such a depth of robust flavor. It's almost undescribable, but this is like craveable. It really brightens in your mouth as you're eating it and comes alive. It satisfies so many umami levels, you know, in the palate. Now, the short rib, for any guest that is really a short rib lover, they're gonna be wowed and blown away by this, especially if they travel. It infuses into that meat, and the short rib becomes tender. It is so one of my favorites at Katie O'Reilly, Katie O's Food Carnival, happy birthday favorite. I am telling you right there, that is one of my favorites of all time. And the cilantro, if you don't have an allergy to cilantro, it is such an amazing ingredient, especially when kind of just added on top. It can be bright and beautiful in your palate. It's fabulous. Okay, Now, one of my other weaknesses is beautiful bread and butter. And right now I've got for you a cheddar biscuit and a savory herb biscuit. Both are so amazing to me. And I've got what's in front of you right here it's sweet butter. So it's the unsalted type, mixed and whipped with a little cream, frozen into a circle, wrapped, I mean it, it's just frozen. And then right before your guests come over, so it's like wrapped in like an aluminum foil, rolled at the end, stick it right in your freezer. It's so cool, great technique. Literally, just roll it like a roll of dough. After it comes out frozen, slice it while it's frozen. A really good tip there, because otherwise it'll mush, get out of shape. But this is amazing. It will defrost on the plate, so it'll soften up on your plate if you do it a little bit in advance once it's sliced. And then, because there's no salt naturally into the butter, I love to top it with a Himalayan sea salt, a Celtic sea salt. Sea salts come in so many colors and varieties. They even come in flavors. So go crazy. I mean, you can get any kind of flavored sea salt or colored sea salt you want. It's a conversation starter, I'm telling you right there. Bread and butter that talk to your friends like this, incredible. So I love these. I love the bread and butter. I'm gonna actually just sneak here, grab myself a little knife and do myself a little justice on this, because this is one of my favorites. And I don't have a preference over which type of biscuit, but cheddar is always so well received. And you can add rosemary to your biscuits, chive, anything, sage, anything you want. So yummy. You can even add onion. Take the time to bake if you can. Your guests will be blown away by your bread and butter, believe it or not. Your biscuits and your butter. So delicious. If you have those vegetarian friends, great. But I bet even your non-vegetarian friends will love that eggplant too. So a huge recommendation. Big thumbs up. I love this one. This is a great birthday celebration and it looks festive. So now I'm going to show you some of my favorite sweet treats. Happy birthday to me. I am so excited about these sweets because these are my favorites. I do enjoy cake. I do enjoy sweets. I'm not a huge baker, so I love when other people create what I love to eat. And here I have some of my favorites that have been created by my pastry chef for me. But I'm going to talk to you about them because I'm giving you some tips on what the best things to eat are, because this is it. This is a variety. I am going to show you that one of the favorite memories I ever have of having a sweet is when I was in Barcelona, and it was right around my birthday time, and every bakery was filled with these, which is a Linzer torte. It is 2 sugar cookies that are nice and flaky and crisp, filled with the best, freshest raspberry jelly in the world that kind of caramelizes when it cooks, and then powdered sugar. This is so beautiful. It is one of the greatest treats, and I remember eating it just going, happy birthday to me, happy birthday to me. And I'd stop at all the bakeries to see if the one was better than the next, because they are that good. So if you can find a recipe, great. If you see them in a bakery near you, go grab them and eat them. And maybe don't even share, because they're that good. They're delicious and they melt in your mouth. And it's far enough after the holidays that you're like, I want something for me that's yummy. And there it is. And I've decorated mine with my picks just to show you how cute it is to put picks in things, because they're fun. I don't even need to pick it up with a pick. I just decorate it with a pick. So cute. Another favorite with my tea, and I'll talk to you about my beautiful mug in a second, is this is an almond and cranberry biscotti, which is so delicious, dipped in white chocolate. Oh, I can't wait to eat this. crispy, yummy, flavorful texture, brightness, a little acidity with that cranberry, all those good things. And then the creaminess from the white chocolate, it's all there. And then what is a birthday without a little love story to self? I love me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday, dear Katie. Happy birthday to me. And as promised, the mug. Look at how cool this is. Our friend Maggie, who is right outside Kenmare in Sneem, paints us Kenmare mugs. This is a hand-painted mug of the town that she did for me. I love it. I have my tea with my cookies. Look at how pretty this is. I just want to she also does one of the view from our house, which is amazing. I love Maggie. Shouts out to Maggie and all my friends in Ireland. We'll be there soon. Okay, the little cute little cake stands. How much do you love these? I can't tell you where to get them because I don't know where I'd get a million, but if you find them, pick them up. They're so cute. Could you imagine your guests at a party, like that's your dessert and you get it all and you love it? I'm gonna dive in here. Oh, breathtaking, brings me back. Bright, alive, falling apart in my mouth. It's dissolving in my mouth. It's brilliant. This, a totally different experience I'm about to have. Crispy, crunchy. Perfect with tea. That's like that warm hug. I just love it. And this. Oh, yay. A day to celebrate me. Thank you for joining me for my birthday. KDO's Food Carnival. Happy birthday.